Our world, a tapestry woven with threads of time and human ingenuity, holds secrets that have baffled us for millennia. Across continents, etched into deserts, and carved into mountains, lie architectural marvels and ancient creations whose origins remain shrouded in mystery. These are not merely relics of the past, they are enduring questions posed to us by our ancestors. How were these colossal structures built with such precision? What was their true purpose? Were they monuments to gods, celestial calendars, or perhaps something more profound, something we have yet to comprehend? The whispers of their stories are carried on the wind, challenging our understanding of history and human capability. These enigmatic sites beckon to the curious, to the explorers at heart. They stand as silent testaments to civilizations that possessed knowledge we struggle to replicate even today. From the sun-scorched deserts of Peru to the wind-swept plains of England, these places share a common thread, an invitation to wonder. They remind us that, for all our modern advancements, there are still vast landscapes of the unknown waiting to be charted. The more we learn, the more we realize how much we have yet to discover about the people who came before us and the legacies they left behind. In this journey, we will venture to the most perplexing corners of our planet. We will stand before giants carved into the earth, descend into impossibly intricate subterranean worlds, and gaze upon stone structures that seem to defy the very laws of physics. Together, we will explore the theories, the legends, and the science behind these magnificent enigmas. I invite you to join me as we peel back the layers of time and attempt to unveil some of Earth's greatest and most enduring mysteries. The adventure begins now. High in the mountains of eastern Turkey, near the border with Iran, lies a peculiar boat-shaped formation. Known as the Darupinar site, its dimensions are strikingly similar to those described for Noah's Ark in the Book of Genesis. For decades, this natural curiosity has been a focal point for believers and skeptics alike. Is this merely a geological anomaly, a trick of erosion and time? Or could it be the petrified remains of the legendary vessel, a silent witness to a great, world-altering flood? The site's discovery in the mid-20th century ignited a firestorm of debate that continues to this day. Researchers have brought ground-penetrating radar and core drills to this remote location, seeking definitive answers. Some scans have revealed what appear to be internal structures, symmetrical patterns that suggest a man-made object beneath the soil. Metal detector surveys have even uncovered what some claim are ancient iron fittings. Yet, geologists remain largely unconvinced, pointing to similar formations in the region and arguing that its shape is a product of natural geological processes. The truth remains buried, caught between faith and science, leaving us to wonder at this colossal impression on the Turkish landscape. In the stark, arid expanse of Chile's Atacama Desert, an enormous figure is etched into the side of Cerro Unitas. At 119 meters tall, the giant of Tarapacá is the largest prehistoric anthropomorphic geoglyph in the world. Created by ancient peoples between 1000 and 1400 AD, this monumental figure is a powerful and perplexing sight. Its creator, the purpose of its construction, and the meaning behind its symbolism remain subjects of intense speculation. Was it a deity, a guide for ancient caravan routes, or a massive astronomical calendar marking the seasons? The figure is depicted with what appear to be plumes or rays emanating from its head, and it holds a staff or a spear in one hand. Some interpretations suggest it represents a creator god or a shaman, a powerful being watching over the land. Its strategic placement on the hillside ensures it is visible from great distances, perhaps acting as a landmark for travelers navigating the unforgiving desert. The local legends speak of a giant who once roamed these lands, and this geoglyph could be a tribute to that mythical being, a permanent reminder of a story now lost to the ages. There is perhaps no more iconic symbol of ancient mystery than the pyramids of Giza, For over 4,500 years, these colossal structures have stood on the edge of the Sahara, challenging our understanding of ancient engineering and human potential. The Great Pyramid, built for Pharaoh Khufu, is comprised of an estimated 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. The enduring question, which has puzzled historians and engineers for centuries, is how? How did a civilization without modern machinery quarry, transport, and lift these massive stones with such astonishing precision? The mystery deepens when we consider their alignment. The three pyramids are aligned with incredible accuracy to the cardinal points, and some theories propose they mirror the stars in Orion's belt. And then there is the Great Sphinx, the enigmatic guardian with the body of a lion and the head of a man, carved from a single piece of limestone. Who does it represent, and what secrets does it keep? Despite countless studies, the pyramids and the Sphinx hold their secrets close, their silent, stoic presence a constant reminder of the genius and ambition of the ancient Egyptians. On the Salisbury Plain in southern England stands a ring of monolithic stones that has captured the human imagination for millennia. Stonehenge. Its construction began over 5,000 years ago and was modified over a period of 1,500 years by different cultures. The largest stones, known as sarsens, weigh up to 30 tons and were transported from nearly 20 miles away. The smaller blue stones, however, present an even greater puzzle, as their geological origin has been traced to the Preseli Hills in Wales, over 150 miles distant. How were these immense stones moved across such a vast and varied landscape? The purpose of Stonehenge is as mysterious as its construction. It is aligned with the movements of the sun, marking the solstices with breathtaking precision, suggesting it was a sophisticated astronomical observatory or a temple for sun worship. But recent discoveries of human remains suggest it was also a burial ground, a place of reverence for the dead, perhaps reserved for an elite or royal dynasty. Was it a place of healing, a celestial calendar, a ritual site, or all of these things combined? Each stone holds a piece of the puzzle, but the complete picture remains tantalizingly out of reach. Guarding the coastline of the world's most remote inhabited island, Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, are the Moai. Nearly 900 of these monolithic human figures, with their oversized heads and solemn expressions, are scattered across the island. Carved from volcanic tuff by the Rapa Nui people between 1250 and 1500 AD, these statues are marvels of artistry and engineering. They stand as tall as 10 meters and weigh up to 86 tons, silent sentinels of a lost culture. The central mystery is not only why they were carved, but how they were moved from the quarry to their final resting places on stone platforms, or ahu. The production of Moai seems to have stopped abruptly, with many statues left unfinished in the quarry or abandoned in transit. What cataclysmic event caused the Rapa Nui people to cease this monumental undertaking? Theories range from tribal warfare to environmental collapse, a cautionary tale of a society that may have exhausted its resources. The island is a vast outdoor museum, but its exhibits ask more questions than they answer. The Moai stare out towards the sea or inland towards the villages, their purpose and the reason for their abandonment locked behind their stony, silent gazes. In the scorching Colorado desert of Southern California, near the town of Blythe, the earth itself has been transformed into a canvas. Here, etched into the desert floor, are the Blythe intaglios, a series of gigantic figures, including humans, animals, and geometric shapes. The largest human figure stretches over 170 feet long. Created by scraping away the darker desert pavement to reveal the lighter soil beneath, these geoglyphs are so vast that they are best appreciated and were perhaps only truly visible from the sky. This simple fact raises a profound question. For whom were they made? Their age is uncertain, estimated to be anywhere between 450 and 2,000 years old, attributed to the ancestors of the modern Mojave and Quechan peoples. The figures are thought to represent important characters from their creation myths, perhaps Mastamho, the creator of all life. But without written records, their true meaning remains speculative. They are fragile giants, vulnerable to the elements and human activity, a delicate link to a belief system we can no longer fully access. They lie silently under the desert sun, a message from the past, intended for an audience we can only guess at. Spread across 450 square kilometers of arid coastal plain in southern Peru is one of the world's greatest archaeological puzzles, the Nazca Lines. These are not just lines, but a vast collection of geoglyphs, including over 800 straight lines, 300 geometric figures, and 70 spectacular designs of animals, birds, and insects. There is a spider, a monkey with a spiraled tail, a hummingbird with a 300-foot wingspan, and a figure often interpreted as an astronaut. Created by the Nazca culture between 500 BC and 500 AD, their sheer scale and precision are, honestly, just staggering. The most perplexing aspect of the Nazca Lines is that they can only be fully appreciated from the air. This has led to all manner of theories, ranging from the plausible to the fantastic. Were they astronomical alignments, pointing to the rising and setting of celestial bodies? Were they part of complex water rituals, designed to summon rain in this parched landscape? Or, as some more fringe theories suggest, were they runways for extraterrestrial visitors? The Nazca people left no written explanation, only these magnificent, enigmatic drawings etched into the desert, a silent message to the heavens. Just north of the more famous Nazca Lines lies another, older collection of desert drawings, the Palpa geoglyphs. While Nazca's figures are best seen from the sky, many of the Palpa glyphs are carved into the sides of hills, making them visible to those on the ground. Created by the Paracas and Topara cultures, which actually predate the Nazca, these figures offer a different, perhaps more personal perspective. They are predominantly human-like, often depicted in what appear to be ritualistic or ceremonial scenes. One of the most intriguing groups is known as the family, showing a mother, father, and child. Among the Palpa designs is a truly astonishing figure, a 70-meter-long orca, a creature of the sea, depicted hundreds of kilometers inland in the heart of the desert. This killer whale deity is thought to be one of the oldest geoglyphs in the region, dating back over 2,000 years. What did it signify to these ancient desert dwellers? The Palpa geoglyphs seem more grounded in human and spiritual life, perhaps representing deities, shamans, or important ancestors. They are a crucial, yet often overlooked part of the story of this region's extraordinary tradition of earth art. Perched on a steep hill overlooking the ancient Inca capital of Cusco, the fortress of Sacsayhuaman is a masterpiece of megalithic architecture. Its zigzagging walls are constructed from some of the largest stones ever used in an ancient building. Some of these limestone and andesite blocks weigh over 120 tons and are fitted together with such astonishing, mortarless precision that not even a single sheet of paper can be inserted between them. How the Inca, a civilization without the wheel for transport or iron tools, managed this feat of engineering remains one of the great unsolved mysteries of the Americas. The Spanish conquistadors were so astounded by its construction that they believed it must have been the work of demons. The quarry for these massive stones was several kilometers away, across difficult, mountainous terrain. The techniques used to transport, shape, and fit them remain a matter of intense debate. Was it brute force using thousands of men? Or did the Inca possess a lost knowledge of stone shaping, as some local legends suggest? Sacsayhuaman is more than a fortress. It is a profound statement of power and a testament to an engineering genius that we still struggle to fully comprehend. In the small village of Abhanari in Rajasthan, India, there's a structure that, well, seems to descend into the very earth itself. This is Chand Baori, and it's actually one of the oldest and deepest stepwells in the world. It's a four-sided architectural marvel, plunging 13 stories, or about 100 feet into the ground. A staggering 3,500 narrow steps are arranged in perfect geometric symmetry, creating this dizzying, almost hypnotic pattern that leads all the way down to the water at its base. Built way back in the 9th century, the well was designed to be a reliable water source in this super-arid region. But honestly, its purpose may have been more than just practical. The sheer architectural beauty and complexity suggest it was also a place of community and spiritual significance. The air at the bottom of the well is said to be 5 to 6 degrees cooler than at the surface, making it a natural gathering place during the hottest months. How its builders achieved such perfect symmetry and precision without modern surveying tools is still, well, totally unknown. Chand Baori is a functional work of art, a subterranean palace that's both an ingenious solution to a practical problem and a breathtaking monument to its anonymous creators. Near the shores of Lake Titicaca in southern Peru, there's this massive flat rock face that's been carved into a mysterious structure known as Aramu Muru, or the Gate of the Gods. It features a giant T-shaped alcove, about 7 meters high and 7 meters wide, with a smaller, door-sized niche carved right into its base. The thing is, there's nothing behind it. It just leads nowhere. Yet, local legends are absolutely packed with stories about this place. People say it's a portal, a gateway to other worlds or dimensions, and that great heroes have passed through it, never to return. The main legend centers on a priest from the Inca Empire called Aramumuru, who supposedly fled the Spanish conquistadors carrying a sacred golden disc. He used this disc to open the portal and escape into another realm. Mystics and spiritual seekers are drawn here, claiming to feel a strange energy coming from the rock. They press their hands and foreheads against the smaller niche, meditating and hoping to connect with whatever lies beyond. So, is Aramumuru just an abandoned Incan construction project? Or is it, as the legends claim, something way more mysterious? Maybe it really is a doorway to the unknown. Clinging to the sheer cliffs and hidden atop the high mountains of the Tigray region in northern Ethiopia are, honestly, some of the world's most inaccessible places of worship. There are over 120 of these rock-hewn churches, and many can only be reached by taking on some pretty perilous climbs up vertical rock faces. The most famous of these is Abuna Yematagu. To get there, you have to scale a 300-meter cliff, using nothing but ancient handholds and footholds carved into the sandstone, and then cross this super narrow, nerve-wracking ledge with a sheer drop on either side. So, why were these sanctuaries built in such remote and dangerous spots? Well, the main theory is that their isolation provided protection from enemies and helped preserve their sacred texts and religious practices during times of conflict. The church of Abuna Yemata is said to have been carved in the 5th century, and its interior is decorated with these stunning, well-preserved frescoes of apostles and biblical figures. The journey to these churches is really an act of extreme faith, a pilgrimage that tests both body and soul, and it just leaves you marveling at the devotion that inspired their creation, almost like they were built in the heavens themselves. In the heart of the Ethiopian highlands, there's a site so extraordinary it's often called the New Jerusalem. This is Lalibela, a complex of 11 monolithic churches, not built from the ground up, but actually hewn directly out of the solid volcanic rock. Carved back in the 12th century, these structures are sunk into the earth, their roofs totally level with the ground. They're all connected by this labyrinth of tunnels and passageways, creating a kind of subterranean world of faith. The most famous is Bet Georgis, or the Church of St. George, which is carved in the shape of a perfect cross. Legend says their creation is thanks to King Lalibela, who, according to the story, was commanded by God to build them. Supposedly, angels joined the human workers, laboring through the night to finish this monumental task in just 24 years, a feat that honestly seems impossible. The layout of the churches is symbolic too, with a river called the River Jordan separating two main groups of churches, representing the earthly and the heavenly Jerusalem. Lalibela isn't just a museum, it's a living, breathing center of worship, a testament to a faith so powerful it could literally move mountains. Our journey has taken us across the globe, from the deserts of Peru to the highlands of Ethiopia, and at every stop, we're left with this profound sense of awe. These sites, born from faith, ingenuity, and sheer human will, have withstood the erosion of centuries. Yet, time has stripped away their certainties, leaving us with legends, theories, and a whole bunch of unanswered questions. Even with our most advanced technology and decades of careful study, the fundamental mysteries of how and why these wonders were created remain, for the most part, tantalizingly unsolved. They're like puzzles etched into the very fabric of our planet. And honestly, that's what makes them so powerful. They're not just historical artifacts to be catalogued and explained away. They're living invitations to wonder, to question, and to imagine. They remind us that there are limits to our knowledge, and that the story of humanity is far richer and more complex than we usually assume. The silence of the Moai, the precision of Sacsayhuaman, and the celestial alignment of Stonehenge still fuel our curiosity, proving that the greatest stories are often those that keep their final chapters hidden from us, forever inspiring the next generation of explorers. So, I encourage you to keep looking, to keep asking questions, and to never lose that sense of wonder. The world is filled with mysteries waiting to be explored, not just in these grand ancient sites, but in the quiet corners of our own backyards and in the boundless landscapes of our own curiosity. The quest for knowledge is a journey without a final destination, and the greatest discoveries are often found not in the answers we find, but in the questions we dare to ask along the way. Keep exploring.